Hello and welcome to today's Sunday session where we meditate and set our intentions for the week. And we're in our last class for November where our theme is pleasure. So today we're going to really just drop in and connect to that pleasure. We're going to use a little bit more of mindfulness. So we're going to connect to each of the senses to do that. And before we do, today we're not having a goddess, but one of my archetype guidebook cards, and it's Eros. And I wanted to read it to you before we get started because there's a few important points in there. So Eros talks about, through Eros, though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive as separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart, and remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. And so today we want to explore that desire and that feeling. And I think one of the important points is that curiosity with an open heart. Because when we get curious, we stop thinking about what we should do or how we should feel, and we just allow things to happen. So I want you to bring a curious mind today, and I always like to put a little smile on my face because that helps to get into the energy as well. So when you're ready, just make a few movements, stretch, whatever you need to do right now to get into a comfortable position. The most important is that your back is straight, so you can be lying down or sitting up, whatever feels good and accessible to you today. Remember, we're dropping into desire and into pleasure, so we want it to feel good. And then when you're ready, just close your eyes for a moment and take a few really deep breaths in and out. And as you breathe out, give it a sigh. Just indicate through sound as well as the action of exhaling, indicating to your body that it's time to relax, it's time to rest. There's nothing else you need to be doing but being here, right now. And breathing, noticing how your chest rises and falls with the breath. You start to connect into your body and into this moment. Inhaling and exhaling. And take a moment just to run your mind around your body, starting with the toes and moving your way up. And wherever you encounter tension or any kind of energy which doesn't serve you in this moment, see if you can exhale it. See if you can let it go as much as possible. With no rush, just breathing deeply and moving that mind, moving your awareness around the body. Inhaling and exhaling deeply as you sink deeper into this moment, deeper into the body, deeper into that cushion you're on, or the bed or the floor or whatever it is. Allow your body just to sink and to relax with each breath a little bit more. As you inhale and you exhale, making whatever movements you might need to make with your body to really drop into that. Allow the shoulders to drop down and away. Perhaps opening your mouth slightly to relax the tongue. Whatever you need to do as you breathe. Oh. Now we're going to connect to each of the senses and look for pleasure with each of them. So a little bit more of a mindfulness technique, and then we'll drop into meditation. And the first one will connect to his sight. So just opening your eyes slightly and just taking in what's in front of you. Looking at the colors, the textures, the shapes. And with a curious mind, look for something pleasurable to you. Maybe you have a beautiful piece of art on the wall, there's a plant. Is there something in front of you that gives you pleasure just by looking? Curiously move your eyes around. As you continue to breathe deeply, really connect with that pleasure of sight of what you're looking at. Just for a moment. Inhale and exhale. And as you look at that, also connect back into the body to how that pleasure of what you're looking at feels for you. Where do you feel it? How does it feel? For me, pleasure often makes me smile, to see if you're smiling. You might not be, and that's okay. See how you react to looking at something beautiful or pleasurable. And then with another breath, closing your eyes, just sit for a moment in that pleasure, what you saw. And then when you're ready, moving the awareness to sound, to what you can hear. That might be this beautiful music in the background, or there's something else you can hear, perhaps a loved one close by. Again, curiously listening, tapping into pleasure through sound. As you breathe as well, and perhaps the sound of your breath gives you pleasure. It comes in and out. Maybe you can hear your heartbeat inside your body, and that is pleasurable. Breathing in and out and connecting to this pleasure. Maybe it's different from sight. Maybe it feels the same. Curiously investigate how this pleasure feels in your body as well, as you continue to breathe. And then moving, when you're ready, on your next breath to smell. Can you smell something delicious and pleasurable? Maybe you lit a candle before this session and you can smell its beautiful aroma, some incense. Maybe there's some cooking going on. Is there some way to connect to pleasure through your senses right now? Breathing deeply, smelling what you can, and if there's nothing to smell, that's okay too. Maybe bringing to mind a smell that you enjoy, like jasmine or lavender, or your favorite meal being cooked. And again, feeling into how that type of pleasure feels in your body. Again, it may be different or the same as the other senses. Curiously investigating that for yourself. and how you can connect to pleasure through this sense. Breathing deeply again and connecting into taste. Maybe you can taste something delicious and pleasurable on your tongue right now. Maybe you ate before this session. And if not, maybe imagining eating something delicious and how that might taste. A piece of dark chocolate or your favorite meal. What would that be like? How would that pleasure feel in your body through that sense? As you continue to breathe deeply. And feeling into that pleasure in your body of taste. Then when you're ready, moving the awareness to touch. Maybe first connecting to where your body touches the floor or the cushion. And feel into pleasure there. Perhaps the way your clothes touch your skin. Or if you'd like, maybe running your hands together softly and feeling the pleasure of that touch in your hands, of your arms or your other fingers. Whatever feels good for you right now, just moving slowly, the eyes closed. Allowing your hands to touch, maybe to feel the different fabrics on your skin. Whatever might feel good for you in this moment, connecting to pleasure in that way. Really feeling into what pleasure feels like for you, what it is for you, curiously investigating that as you breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. And then when you're ready, just coming back into stillness. Be moving and connect into the pleasure in your body that you've hopefully accessed through at least one of those senses, and recalling that now, dropping into that feeling of pleasure as you breathe. I'll leave you for a few moments in silence to let this feeling of pleasure really expand and fill you for a few moments. to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. Feeling that pleasure within you and knowing it's accessible to you whenever you need it. Whenever you're ready, bringing your mind to the week ahead. Curiously, again, thinking about it. What do you want for this week ahead? Maybe also thinking about what will bring you pleasure this week. And take a moment to set an intention of what's important to you. As you breathe. And taking a moment to thank yourself for doing this meditation today, for connecting to yourself, to your pleasure. If you take a breath, coming back into your body, back into this moment. Noticing the temperature of the air on your skin and the sounds around you. Notice how your body feels after this meditation. As you come back, slowly, slowly. And then starting to move your body however it wants to move. Fingers and toes, neck. Breathing deeply. And then whenever you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back. And I wish you a really wonderful week. Don't forget to write down your intention and put it somewhere where you can see it. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.